Question 2. Which number line shows all the values of y that make the inequality negative 6y minus 2 is greater than or equal to 10 true? I'm going to show the work over here by rewriting this inequality. Now first, just like solving for an equation, you would need to isolate the variable. So I would start by adding 2 to both sides, because addition is the inverse operation of subtraction. So I can get rid of this negative 2, or you can think of it as like we were adding a negative 2. So minus 2 is the same thing as adding a negative 2. So I need to get rid of that negative 2 by adding 2. Okay, we are left with negative 6y is greater than or equal to 12. Now, we need to divide both sides by negative 6. And remember that when we are dividing by a negative or even multiplying by a negative, what ends up happening is that our inequality sign flips. Or you can think of it as switching direction. And so it became less than or equal to. And it was greater than or equal to. So I just flipped the sign because we were dividing by a negative. In your notes, you can write a reminder for yourself that dividing by negative flips the inequality symbol or sign. And I'm going to add a note here also when you are multiplying by a negative 2. That also applies. All right, our last step over here is dividing both sides by that negative 6. So I'm just rewriting it here. And I already flipped the sign, so that looks all good. What's left over is a y is less than or equal to, and 12 divided by negative 6, we have negative 2. So y is less than or equal to negative 2. And remember, our less than or equal to inequality symbol shows us that we really need to find a circle that is closed. So we're going to find a closed circle. And closed circles are for the inequality symbols less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. And in this case, we're really focused on less than or equal to. So we're going to cross out all of the answer choices that has an open circle. For example, choice B has an open circle, so we're going to cross this one out. And choice D can also be crossed out because it has an open circle. Now we're going to go for the closed circle, and we know that it needs to point towards any integer that is less than or equal to negative 2. So pointing to the left side of the number line, we have our only answer choice A. So A is the correct number line that represents this inequality.